What is going on, everyone? KMDolph, back with an old friend of mine in the form of Transport Fever. Now, one of the first Let's Play series I did was, in fact, Transport Fever. I'm bringing it back now that I'm doing, my face on video games and stuff of that nature. It adds a new dynamic to things. I figured I would get back into an old classic of simulation style games. And Transport Fever, as I said, is a game that I enjoy quite a lot and I'm very, very keen to get back into. So welcome to a new series on top of the other series that I'm doing with Dying Light, South Park and what have you. So basically, for those that aren't familiar with what this game is, it's a simulation style game where you're basically running your own transport empire. It involves things like buses, trucks, trains, boats, planes, pretty much anything else that you can think of, but that's pretty much it. But it's a fun game. I enjoy it. You get to make your own, you literally lay your own tracks, you make your own truck routes, you do all these sorts of things. Without further ado, I am going to get straight into it, so I'll see you guys right after the intro. Okay, now we are now in-game after the new intro, which I hope everyone's enjoying. Now, as you can see, there is a giant map in front of us. We have all sorts of towns, we have industry, we're going to utilize as much of this stuff as we can. The end goal, pretty much, is to try and make it so that this game won't run properly at all. The more stuff you put into the game, so the more trains, trucks, basically anything that's moving, all the more movement on the map, the slower the game will eventually start to become, where it becomes unplayable. So that is the end goal. Until then, it's basically make what you like, make it look pretty, and go ham. So, what I'm going to try and do with this series is I am going to try, much like Dying Light and much like my South Park series, I'm going to try and keep these to around 20 minutes long. Some of them might go a bit over, some of them might go a bit under, depending on what the thing of the day is going to be. I do watch a number of these guys on YouTube that do play this game, and they sit there and they play for up to an hour. I can sit there and watch it, but I know that not everyone can do that. So I figured, I'm Aussie, I'm going to try and do things quicker, because that's just what we do. So, I've already picked out a starting point. We're going to start between Fort Mont and Tua. That's how I'm pronouncing it. If you don't like it, whatever. But we're going to start with there, and then what we'll end up doing is we will branch around to Palm Springs. What I'm going to do, it's the year 1900, as you can see down here in the bottom of the map where the cursor is. It's June. Actually, I might pause it because we're losing time. But yeah, so we'll start with Tua and Fort Mont. We'll make a nice little, railway network back and forth that goes between the two stations delivering passengers. We'll then branch around to Palm Springs so we can have a three-way town dance with a train. I do want to include Winston Island and Cushenberry, but I'm probably going to do something a bit more along the lines of a bus system so that they can just basically jump on their buses, go over the bridge, and into Palm Springs. Eventually what I'm going to do is, as you can see, there is a ton of oil. So I'm going to utilize that down the track for industry, because I have an oil. I can actually take oil here, and I can make plastic. We will make the plastics, and we will take them off, and we will make goods. That's all coming later on. Without further ado, let's get into things. Now, this map is actually one that I downloaded off of the Steam Workshop. It is called Anamara Southwest. The creator of this map, who I'm going to give a shout out to, is The Game Trent 22. So, The Game Trent 22, thank you very much for the use of this map. I hope that you actually do watch the series and enjoy what I decide to do to your map. That'll be fun. Anyway, so we're going to start off down here. This is the town of Tua. As you can see, we've got $9 million in the bank, $9 million dues, and basically from here, because I have an eventual aspiration of going right the way along here even though there is no town, we are eventually going to have to connect up with Villa, Alexandria, and yeah, so we're going to have to connect up with them eventually. There's also, yeah, we're going to have to connect up with them because there's stuff there that we can use. There's stone over here, which we'll use eventually because I'm going to have a bit of a... I'm going to create eventually a goods hub. I see a lot of people doing it where you basically have a big, massive area where you take all your goods and then it can get shipped off into different directions. It just makes life a little bit more easier. This one will do exactly that as well. I'll have one. Don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, anyway, enough jibber-jabbering. Let's start off with train stuff. Okay. Now, as I did say, I've got mods aplenty in this game. There is going to be stuff that those who are familiar with the game will look at and go, oh, I've seen that. And then there are things that you'll look at and go, I've never seen that before in my life. All of these mods are downloadable off of the mod workshop. Yep, that's where they are. Now, what I'm going to do an advanced one because I'm clever. What I'm going to end up doing eventually is I'm going to be running, because I've got bread there, I've got food there, I've also got food there, and I'm going to want to get all of the goods around through without holding up train lines. Haha. So they will pass right through train stations while there are trains, passenger trains, sitting there. I've got it all worked out in my head. Aha. Ha-ha. There's your passing stations. Excellent. Now, can I... What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh! Street connections. I'm assuming that those are street connections, but I can't be certain. B-side connections. Oh, I see. That's just making the train station bigger. Yeah, okay. We'll upgrade that as we need. I'm going to stick with that length of train platform for now. Oh, I can add additional pylons. Alright, cool. We'll ignore that for now. We'll just go with a nice simple station. Where am I going to dump this? I reckon we could go somewhere like there. And then we could make the... Yeah, you know what? I'm content with that. Let's do that. Okay, so we've done that. As you can see, we've got road here. Now, I've got road mods. I've got mods. Mods for days. There's too much modding. No, that's too small. That's a bit better. Cool, we'll put that there. Because what I'm going to have to do is, in part of this town, I will have to create a bus network. And the bus network will have to get people to the train station. All in good time. Now, start with some train track. Now, the way I'm going to have to do this is like so. You have to do that. Come on. Nah. What? Wow. 5 seconds into the game and it's already going to fight me. That's always fun. Okay, and then we do this. Now, I don't want to lose too much of the... I don't want to lose too much speed. Got to try and keep it up over that 120 mark. Yeah, that's good. I like that. How far can I get that? I can get it that far. See, so that's what I want to try and do. So as the trains come down, they'll do their thing, work their magic, etc., etc. Now, I will need to diamond... You're going to look at this system and you're going to go, Dolph, what the hell are you doing? Oh, you don't want to play ball. You'll play ball now. So eventually what that will do is as the trains are coming down one, they'll have the option of coming into the train station to stop. As they turn around to go back out again, they're going to need to cross back over this set of tracks. See, I'm thinking forward. Forward thinking, forward planning, it's all good in the hood. All right, let's continue this around. Now, I don't... Nah. Oh, that's good. Okay, don't lose any speed. Good. Double track. Now, it is very early game, so there's probably going to be people turning around going, Dolph, why are you wasting the money double tracking now? I just like double track now. I just like to see it in action. Ooh. And what I will do eventually is I will make this all look nice and pretty. I'll decorate it and do all sorts of wonderful, weird whatnot. I've got mods. As I said, plenty of mods. So, this is going to bring us up to the township up now. Because ultimately what I'd like to start off with is some sort of... Oh, hang on, I hadn't even thought of that yet. Let's... While it's all well and good for me to have had that train thing running through the train station, I am going to need additional goods stations to drop things off at. I hadn't thought that part through. Nevertheless, we shall move on. Alright, so I'm going to put that one right there. Yes. And then what's going to happen is that's going to come out to here. I don't lose any speed. I do get a little bit of a swan neck, but you know what? I can live with it. I can live with that. Only loses 20 kilometers an hour. It should be slowing down as it comes into a station anyway. Autosave. Thank you. And then from here, we'll get the little diamond crossing happening again, so that things can change sides as they need to. Alright, very good. So that's at least the train side of things done. What I'll do is I'll set this up. That looks horrendous, but oh well. We'll put that there. We'll bring that out to there. I am going to need to rethink my strategy on how I'm going to do that. Probably will have to do something in ways of a behind thing. I don't know. I'll figure out freight when we get there. Freight will have to just worry about itself. I might have to do like an off track where it just goes off a track. If it's passing through, it can pass through, but there'll be somewhere else where it can drop off goods later. All right. It is what it is. I don't care that greatly yet. Okay. So I've got the station set up. What we're going to do today, just for the exercise, we're only going to put one train on it to start with because, let's face it, it's 1900. We're not going to need anything outrageous. Now, where am I going to put some sort of... Oh, this little spot here looks nice. Do you think that we could build some sort of... Of course we could. Oh, hang on. Let's just do that, and that. Cool. Good. Now, what I did want to do... Don't you snap. Nope. Now, I know I look like I'm wasting money here, and in actual fact, I'm trying not to. But what you do want to do, so that it looks nice, is have one or two of them sitting together. It just looks nicer. As opposed to just having one. I don't want to have a multi-depot looking system. I don't know why I deleted that just now, but I did. I want to put that back. I want to put you back. I want to bring you forward. It's already got as you can see, we've already got buffers on sections of track that aren't being used. I don't need any mods for that. Thank God. And then what we'll do with that is I'm going to get a little road that comes out here, make it all look nice, make it look like a legit train depot. Because I like being decorative. And it's also good because all of this is either industry or commercial, so it's in the right place. So, what we're going to end up doing with this is... The only problem I've got is I can't get anything to go that way. Which is going to be a little bit painful. Sort of wish I'd thought that through a bit more. I probably could have put it over there against the water, made it look a bit nicer, and brought it out either way onto the train tracks. If I need to fix it later, I will. Cool. Alright, so let's just get this happening anyway. What I do have, and what I'm going to utilise later on, and this is actually going to look a lot better now than I originally thought. I have a nice little set of buffers there. I could make that look pretty. I can put some fake... one of the mods I have is I actually can put and place trains, carriages, wagons, what have you. I can place them there. They don't cost me anything. So I'll make that look all pretty and dully it up, and it'll look lovely. Okay, wasted way too much time on that. We need to quickly get a bus route happening, which I'm going to do very, very promptly. Let's do this, do this, do this, do this. Again, mods everywhere. I'm just going to go with a standard bus stop. Cool, we'll go with that. A little bit not 1900s, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, where's my usual bus stops? There they are. Okay, I do like to double side these, so I will do so. There'll be another drop-off point right in there. That looks nice. And then we'll put one over... Oh, nice little three-stopper. People can walk to the buses, and it will not be a problem for them. That's a very odd-looking road depot, but whatever. Let's put the road depot out in the middle of nowhere so that it's going to look somewhat feasible. Okay, 1900s. So we've only got 1900 stuff to work with. We've got that thing. I can't even pronounce it. The obéissant. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. 5 passengers, 17 kilometers an hour. We've got the Mack, which does 25 kilometers an hour and holds 9. We've also got a Landauer, which holds 6 and goes 20. Well, the Mack is a no-brainer for me. Now I've got to create the line. So we'll go 1. Get rid of you for a second, please. 2, 3, 4, and then back to base. And then you can go in reverse, because I think that usually looks quite good. So Lower Tour, Manchester Road, Alexandria, North Road, Tomorrow, North Road, Alexander, Manchester, back to Lower Tour. Cool. It looks a little bit, how you going? But there's a reason for that. I don't know why it's going the way that it's going, but so that should go 1, 1, 1. That should be number 1. And then once it gets back to there, it should be 2, 2, 2, 2. Yes. There you go. I fixed it. As you do. Very good. Okay, so that's that line done. What I then need to do is get one happening up the other end in Fort Mont. And then we can buy ourselves our first train, and then we can call the episode. 1 episode for today. Okay, I'm not going to need one of those. I do need a bus depot again, because it's just what we do. Okay. That will do nicely. We'll put it there. Now, we'll buy some more road vehicles. We're going to go with the Max again. I'm just going to go with 3. Seems to be the easiest thing to do. Set a line. Make a new line. I don't need to see that. Oh. Note to self. Place bus stations. Now, this one's a bit more interesting because we're all the way over there. So I'll put that there, put that there, put one there, put one there. We'll make a swinging road around there. Make that come down here. Everyone's going, what are you doing, Dolph? Don't worry, there is a method to the madness, and I'll show you why. And then we'll bring that around. This is going to loop-de-loop. of a road. What will eventually happen is the AI will inevitably buy and place things in an orderly fashion, and it will look grand. Now, I'll just build that in through there. If they end up deleting stuff on their own, that's fine. I don't have to pay for it. So that's that. What I will do is go back to here, add station, boom, boom. I should add another one coming back up through here. I'm going to put it there. So we'll quickly run and do that. Put that there, put that there. Because what it does, putting that bus stop there, will actually encourage the AI to build in that area. Anyone would think I've done this before. Speaking of having done things before, I just mucked up because I deleted myself. Good. Then back to there. Then back to there. Then back to there. Then back to there. And that's just one nice, big, solid loop. Nice and easy. Nothing difficult about it. And that should be that. Okay. Last but not least for the episode today, I know this one's going a bit long, but it is our first inaugural episode of what would be my season 4, even though I've never... Well, yeah, this is season 4 for me. I've done this before. Now, what do we want to see on the trains? 60 kilometres an hour, 50 kilometres an hour. I wouldn't mind going with a Great Western to start off. Oh, 73 kilometres an hour. 80 kilometres an hour. Well, isn't this exciting? You know what? Let's go with the high speeder straight off the bat because we have nothing else to lose. Then we need some wagons. It's a good idea to stick with the same wagons as what you have. Since I have a nice top-of-the-range looking Great Western Railways locomotive, I'm going to go with the Clerestory. I'll say the word right. And then we'll have a brake van at the back. So we'll go... God, what do you reckon to start us off? 1, 2, 3, and a brake van. Total of 44. If we need another one, if this one's making good money to start off with and everything's running properly, then we should be able, with $5 million still in the bank, we should be able to buy a second one and should be able to run it quite well. The only thing I would have to do when adding a second loco is add in signals, which is not a huge problem, but we'll start off with that, I think. So, set a new line. Let's go for there. No, I don't want to go to... No, go away. Cool. For now, you can just run on the one line. It doesn't really matter to anybody. Okay, the moment of truth. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to watch our train. And I say our train because this is our series. We're going to sit right here with Dolph Cam. I'm using that from somebody else on YouTube. So sue me. All right. Buses are en route. That's the train. And that should be it. But as that train's coming out, guys, I will call this episode here. In the next episode, we will fast forward a little bit to make sure that this is up and running and making me a little bit of money. So thank you very much for watching this inaugural episode of Season 4 of my Transport Fever series. Make sure you guys leave a like, and I will see you for the next installment of Transport Fever. Take care, everyone.